Oh man, have I been busy. So we went up to Maine, filmed a couple of videos in Acadia, and it's been a real nightmare trying to edit them and get everything ready because I've just been up to so many things. My student Kevin also won a second title only a month after the first one, and that involves a lot of prep work. Headed off to a jiu-jitsu tournament with 6 people and had like 24 matches. I even had a 15-year-old win the adult women absolute no weight limit division. I also traveled to Delaware for a couple more fights, and today we are at Dividend Pond up near Rocky Hill, Connecticut. There's been some really great hiking in this area that we've done in the past. And this is also an archaeological site with a lot of mill ruins and other buildings. So dying to check it out. Plus, my favorite, there's also a waterfall. Already at the waterfall, there's even ruins right there. Well, this is the remains of a corn mill. Apparently, it went on to produce axes later on, and I guess it's eventually sold to somebody who invented the first no-slip horseshoe, which was a pretty serious invention. Guy made $10,000 off of it, which back then in the 1860s, wow. I have no idea what the heck this is, but that is one of the coolest little contraptions we found in any ruins. All right, let's go check out that waterfall. Well, that is a pretty nice little waterfall for Connecticut, you know. It's not too big. It's Nina and Finn trying to get up the rocks in the back. But this place is full of, you know, archaeological sites. Dying to see some of them. The ponds don't exactly look nice. I wouldn't go swimming in them, but it's still a pretty cool waterfall. This is the dam. We came right up on top of it. Here's your big pond. And now we're gonna head down the eastern side of the pond. Oh man, just saw great blue heron flying through the trees. Well, it came out to a parking lot at the end of a cul-de-sac, but it goes right back into the woods on the other side. Never mind, so we parked down here, walked all the way up here. Instead of going back in the woods, we're gonna follow the main road to more mills, come back, cross the bridge, see the second dam, and then follow all the way down that side. See the stuff on the other side of the waterfall, loop around, because there was something really cool looking over here, and then back to the car. It's a really short hike on the road. I don't like going on the road, but for efficiency's sake, not having to backtrack, got to do that. But really, no traffic, nothing. It was easy enough. Oh man, there goes that blue heron again. Wow, this area is full of them. Wow, it's quite a trail. It's pretty beat up here. A local woman said it's not exactly a good trail, but I can already see the sign for the first set of ruins, but we're looking for 2 different mills. Well, we've got the Butler Grist Mill of 1775, and I Don't see anything. Guess we'll look around. And here's the Butler Sawmill. It's a beautiful photo. And there's nothing here. Well, I think it's safe to say that the June's Trail is overgrown with pricker bushes because nobody comes down here because there's really nothing to see. These two archaeological sites might have some historical value to the area, but nothing to see. It's not always gonna be a win, it's definitely a bust, but I'm gonna head back down the other side of Dividend Pond where we know there are actually things that are cool. We're gonna head back on the white trail now. The yellow trail is right here. If you follow it up, you'll come out to a pretty rough vista. Not really interested in it. Also, dirt bike path. So if you're into that, they've got one here. I think I read it was something like a mile, but we're here to check out some more ruins. Yep, and the other dam and Sluiceway is kind of a trail. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's a lot of dams here, a lot of mills used to be on this site. It's interesting to think how industrialized Connecticut was back in the 1800s. Now there's something you don't see every day. The white trail literally goes in 4 directions, but honestly just stay on the main trail, head down. If you take a left at this point, it does cross back over to that road we were on, but no need to do that. Oh man, just off the side of the trail, old school fridge, a bunch of other random things, a lot of glass. Be careful bringing your dogs.
Yeah.
Return to the waterfall. And there's some more ruins up here. Actually, this whole thing up here is a mill. Oh, this is a C.E. Billings Manufacturing Company from 1884. From this side, you can see it much better. The walls make a nice square, but I don't know what these big cement pillars would have held up. There's quite a few of them. And the trail actually goes past it, but very deceptively, all the stone stairs from this factory are actually intact and they look quite modern. And they go down to the creek side, but they are actually not the trail necessarily. They do connect down at the bottom over here to the trail, but we're actually going to be going around the lower pond. And back out onto another gravel road. Just a 10-second walk and you are back in the trail. But, what's this? Bocalese, Reverend Gershom Bocalese. Original corn mill seems to have been over here in 1667. Don't know how they determined that. I don't see any archaeological ruins around here. We're almost back, and I see a mantle or a fireplace or something. Man, I was wrong. That is not a fireplace. This seems to be one of the pillars, and I bet that was some kind of trough, sort of a water pipe for giving the horses a drink. But they think this might have been part of the entrance to the Reverend's son's home. And the Reverend was the first person to build their mill. So down that road, behind this industrial building, was that sign, and we didn't see anything. But 1667, that was definitely the first building on Dividend Pond. So really cool little hike. A lot of neat little things to look at. Not one of the most like outrageous set of ruins that we've seen in the state. It's an old state after all, but it's like 3 miles, but it's so flat that it's super easy to do. Definitely worth quickly checking out. nice on a slow day where we don't have a lot of time. But yeah, we'll be getting back out there for the fall hike soon. Should be getting some color on these leaves any day now.